What's going on, y'all? This is your boy Caleb coming to you with another game analysis video. In this one, I'm going to be talking about the game 2 between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Toronto Raptors. Raptors get the dub, 106-100, tying the series up at 1 game apiece, headed to Milwaukee. I really did not see this game. It was on NBA TV. I don't have NBA TV, but I always look at the box score, and I could kind of see what, a little bit of what I missed, except the real game action. I try to start with the losers first because it kind of helps to look at their stats to see what kind of went wrong for them. I mean, first and foremost, the thing that really stands out, the Greek freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo, did not have the stellar game that he had in game 1. 24 points, still a good scoring output, but he also needed 24 shots, and he made 9 of them, so that's not a very good percentage. Had 15 rebounds and 7 assists, so he was doing a lot, but he just didn't make enough shots tonight. I mean, as far as the other starters, Chris Middleton, he had the best game for the Bucks. Had 20 points, shot 6 of 14 from the field. Was 3 of 3 from the 3-point line and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. So he did his part. You can't do much better than that, baby. As far as looking at Chris Middleton, kind of like a role player. Them was pretty good numbers. Didn't really get too much from the big Blizzards. I don't know. The big 7'5" guy, Thon Maker. He only had 5 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. I mean, for a guy that tall, you got to have a bigger impact. I think they put him in the starting lineup for Greg Monroe. Monroe had a big game off the bench, 18 points, 6 of 9 shooting from the field, but he only had 3 rebounds. And so, like I said, a big man, you got to have more rebounds than that. Tony Snell was decent for them. He had 14 points on 5 of 7 shooting. Malcolm Brogdon, he didn't have the game that he had in game 1. I think he had like 16 or 18 points in game 1. He didn't, and I think he might have had like 7 assists, but he didn't have the same effect on this game. He only had 7 points on 3 of 11 shooting. Yeah, so obviously a lot of the obviously the other guys that help Giannis, overtake Toronto in game 1, they didn't have that same performance here in game 2. I mean, plus Giannis himself, you heard me say it earlier, 9 of 24 shooting, for 24 points. Whenever you have the same number of shot attempts as you had points, that's not good. I mean, I guess Giannis' struggles probably could have been aided by a great defensive game plan by Dwayne Casey, the Toronto head coach. I mean, looking at Toronto's side, it looks like they got a lot more out of their other guys. Lowry, Ibaka, Valanciunas even had 10 points. Also had 10 boards, a double for him. Yeah, but Lowry and Ibaka really stepped up for them tonight. Ibaka had 16 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. I mean, I never really looked at him as much of a passer, but I looked at him as like a stretch 4 jump shooter because he could shoot the 3. But his passing is getting better. 6 of 14 from the field, 4 of 7 from 3-point range. So yeah, I mean, he can stretch you out. And then Toronto needed Kyle Lowry to have a big game, and he did. 22 points on 6 of 12 shooting, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. It's just what he had. He had like 7 in the first game. I mean, all the points that he could put up is crucial. Obviously, he's still coming off that injury, but he was able to come up big for Toronto when it. I mean, as far as the box score looks. Of course, DeRozan didn't have the game that he had in game 1, but he was still effective. 23 points, 7 rebounds. Shooting 50% from the field, 9 of 18. I mean, that's pretty solid, for their big 3 to step up like that You know, especially in a do or die, well, potentially do or die situation. You don't want to go down 0-2 and lose home court like that, and where you have the potential to be swept on the other team's home floor. Corey Joseph was big off the bench for Toronto. He had 11 points, 4 of 6 shooting. That's great field goal percentage for a guy coming off the bench, especially a point guard. You know, you can see, you think you could maybe see a 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 have those type of numbers, but your point guard coming off the bench, able to give you points, that's a plus. Shout out to Patrick Patterson too. He also had 8 points off the bench for Toronto. But yeah, man, 106-100 is the final score. Again, Toronto ties up at 1. Series moves to Milwaukee. I think Game 3 will be either Friday or Saturday. You know, they gotta get all these other games. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the game. Subscribe and share. And for everyone that's watching this video, I wish you nothing but positive vibes only. Thank you again, and I'm going to see you in the next video.